gotta buy you. My flag boy to you, flag boy, I'm gonna set your flag on fire. Talking about ena, 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 aiko, aiko, ande. Oh, chakamofino, anane, chakamofinane. Shout out to the Dixie Cups. All right, look, y'all. This Bondy Blue. I'm back for another review of Southern Charm New Orleans. This is the season finale of it all. All right, so let's just go ahead and get right into the discussion of what took place on this past episode, season finale of Southern Charm New Orleans, season 1. So, Susan from WBOK, who I just realized that I had met before. Hey, Susan. Susan explains to the group that Gian, okay, because they're having lunch. It's Tamika, Reagan, Rachel, Susan, and they're all talking about Gian. And why is it that Gian has taken such a disliking, such a personal commitment to not fucking with Barry after he made, the faggot comment. And y'all, it's just so funny to me how they're trying to, I really feel like this is some TV shit that they're making this a big deal, because I just really want to tell y'all that I live in the South. New Orleans is still the South, and we have a huge gay community here. So even though people say shit like that, that does not necessarily mean they're homophobic, okay? So the fact that she is feeling this type of way as if Barry is deep down homophobic, which we know he's not, it makes me feel like there's something else going on here. And I saw in the comments that a lot of y'all feel the same way I do, that Gian might have feelings for Barry, okay? I don't know why the comment about Quay would have made her want to detach herself from him in this way. But I'm also starting to feel like maybe she was just looking for a reason, because she seen that she can't take your man, all right, And then we discovered that Gian and Tamika went to high school together, and there's always been a beef, and Gian has always been jealous of Tamika. And then I'm like, well, damn, that explains a lot. That explains a lot. And if I was Tamika, I would have had a problem with her befriending my husband in such a way. I know you don't like me, bitch. I know you don't like me. We ain't never been friends. We ain't never been cool. Why is you calling yourself my husband's BFF? I'm my husband's BFF, bitch. I got a problem, okay? Now that I've assessed this situation and realized that you didn't know Gian just from around the way, you knew Gian from high school, and that y'all had a prior beefage, it just makes me look at this whole situation like side-eyeing the fuck. Gian, you may have money, you may have status, you may have all of those things that you wanted in life, but I still think that you're missing something, just like Susan said. And whatever it is you're missing, you're using that as a way to combat other people in this circle, and I don't understand why. I don't get it. There's something going on about Gian that is not connecting for me, but I'll be here next season, bitch. All right? Justin and Kelsey moved into his parents' home. Now, I thought they were going to be living in a separate, building structure on the property, but apparently they're actually moving into the house. Kelsey, baby, let's have a conversation, okay? Because you've been quiet this whole season, and the only thing that I've noticed is that regardless to how everybody reacted to Tamika discussing it at the party, you do want to get married, and you do feel like there's something going on with why Justin does not want to talk about marriage. But it's totally okay with moving you into his parents' home as y'all wait for the home that y'all were living in, his home, to be finished, worked on, whatever. I'm looking at this situation now like, Kelsey, what's going on, hun? You a nurse, you have money, you do not have to live with him in this very uncomfortable situation where you are in the next bedroom from his mother. They were having an argument because she feels like it's all about Justin. It's always what Justin wants. And I do see that in their relationship. I do see that she plays back to him. I see that if he decides they're doing something, that's what they're probably going to do. So when I'm looking at this, I totally understand where she's coming from, but why are you waiting until now to have this beef? You should have had this beef already. I can remember when I first found out that y'all was going to move into his people's house, and I was looking at you like, girl, that is not a good decision. Y'all are grown-ass people moving into another grown-ass couple's house, and you think that shit going to be all hunky-dory? It's not, especially since Justin is a mama's boy, And his mom decided to come into the bedroom while they were having this argument. I don't know why the door wasn't closed, but okay. She bringing in bottles of water as if, they ain't got no air conditioning in the house. And I know they do. All right, y'all live in Gentilly. Ain't no window units in here. At least not in their house. Anyway, but it was really weird to me how mom came in and just, started giving her advice about how anything that Justin is doing, he's doing for the both of them. And I'm like, that might be true, mom, but you coming in, picking up his side in the argument with Kelsey when she's already saying that everything is always about him and what he wants, just made the situation worse. Kelsey is not the type of woman to disrespect you and tell you that, Mom, I appreciate you letting us stay here, but you need to stay out of our business, so to speak. She's not going to tell you that. But in all honesty, that's what she wanted to tell you. All right. And I'm glad mom just said that and walked out the room because she didn't need to be in that conversation. And then Justin was left feeling vindicated about his stance in the argument, which of course is going to make Kelsey feel some type of way. Now, I know this is probably just for television. I do not think that Kelsey is going to be living in that house with Justin and his parents. I think that as soon as the camera stopped rolling, that girl going to get in her fucking car and go to wherever she was really staying this whole time, because this looks stupid. This looks stupid. And even though Justin is talking about he sees it in the future, marrying and having children with Kelsey, I just find it weird that you would do all of these things, living with her, moving into your parents' house with her, and never, ever, ever wanting to discuss getting engaged. Like, that all seems weird to me. To each his own. And also, what are you talking about? You're waiting for certain things in your career, Justin. You're a lawyer with your commercials on Bravo TV, okay? You are a lawyer with fucking billboards on the side of bus stops in New Orleans, like the King Firm. Like, it's not like Justin isn't doing well out here. So I don't know what he's waiting for. I don't know. All I know is Kelsey is on a time limit, sir. So get it the fuck together. So Susan and Tamika have the ingenious idea of bringing Tamika's little girl to WBOK and having like a mock interview so that Susan can ask her some questions about her experience at school being the only black girl there. And the little girl gets into how she's made fun of, how she's ostracized, how she's made to feel different. The girls don't talk back to her when she tries to be friends with them. The boys make fun of her and talk about her hair. And it broke my heart. It really broke my heart. And even though the little girl says that she's strong and she stands up for herself, I still remember how it felt to not have any black teachers. And you just always felt different. You always felt other. You always felt not the status quo. Not what, you know what I mean? Like, you just always felt other. And even though as a black person, that's all life is for us, is feeling other. And then when we find, unitedness in our culture, the way we've created it, it somehow finds a way to get breaking apart, infiltrated, appropriated, and everything else. But I love the way Susan and Tamika really wanted to instill in her that she's beautiful, and that what makes her beautiful is her chocolate skin and her curly hair, and that she's a young black woman in New Orleans, a black little girl that's going to grow up to be a black woman in New Orleans. And I'm sorry, but the spice is hot out here, okay? I ain't gonna lie, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm proud. I'm very, very proud to be a black woman from New Orleans. There is so much pride to be had in being a young black girl from New Orleans. But I also think that it's important, just like Barry said and just like Tamika's brother said, to put her around other black girls so she does not feel like she's the only one. I don't care how good the education is. The emotional and spiritual beatdown from being the only black face in a room full of children, you're going to be treated differently. You're going to be treated differently by the students, and regardless to how good some of the teachers might be, there are always those those teachers that wants to treat you differently because you're the only black girl. And don't ever catch an attitude. Don't ever talk too much in school. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever be anything extra, because if you are, then that's going to give them place to pick you apart. Like I was just saying, I'm remembering my experience, and my experience wasn't even as bad as this little girl's, because there were other black people, other black students, children at the school. But I still felt that difference, from not seeing other black children or administrators at the school. That made a difference in how we looked at ourselves as well. You know what I'm saying? The first time after that I had black teachers, I was so excited about it, and then that didn't go well at prep. But Easton, I had a mix. At Easton, I had white and black, and I loved it. You know what I'm saying? So I really think that there's nothing wrong with having a mix, and for being able to instill that pride at home and with family members. But also, they have to have it at school. They spent most of their time at school. They can't be the only black girl at an all-white school, bro. That's just way too much in the South. That's too much anywhere. Reagan and Jeff are back in Covington, living it up as a married couple. Reagan's cooking gumbo with tomatoes in it. Like, no, bitch. Like, no. I don't understand people that put tomatoes in seafood gumbo. I also don't understand, like, how much, like, nobody just puts crab meat in gumbo. You put the actual crabs in the gumbo, okay? Because the actual crabs have so much, like, what we do is we'll get boiled crabs from somewhere and put them in our gumbo, and then the gumbo sucks up all the flavor that was already put in the crabs, okay, which has crab oil in it, all right? So it'll be spicy, it'll be salty, so you usually don't have to season your gumbo at all if you have the right amount of seafood and meat, all right? Now, I'm a person that loves shrimp, crabs, and sausages and turkey necks in my gumbo, all right? I also think that the only time you should be using tomatoes in your gumbo is when you're making okra gumbo, but that's just me, all right? Otherwise, you're making etouffee, as far as I'm concerned, but I'm gonna let Reagan go ahead and live because it did look good, and she do know how to make a roux, so I'm gonna just go ahead and let her live. But around my neck of New Orleans, ain't nobody putting tomatoes in seafood gumbo, bitch. But go ahead and live. They decide that they're gonna sit down, have this lovely dinner, and Jeff starts to talk about how he's at a place in his life now where he feels like he doesn't have a lot of time left, and he wants to have children before his brain starts to deteriorate from all the years of running up and down fields and running into people. And Reagan is in school and feels like this is not the right time for her. And I just kind of feel like I'm at this place in my life right now too, but I'm ready. I'm ready. I can't wait. I'm waiting a little bit longer as to save some money and not be so financially, fucked up when the baby does come. But I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I can't wait for it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand what Reagan is right now, but I do. But I feel like when y'all are financially stable the way y'all are, like I think Jeff and Reagan are financially stable enough for her to go to school and them to have a baby at the same time. But I do understand that she wants to finish school first. She was late. All right, everybody's getting ready to go to John Moody and Gian's little, sip and see party. And she calls Tamika. Tamika puts her on speakerphone while she's getting dressed, and Barry is standing right there, and she has this whole full-out conversation about how she's 8 days late on her period, and she might be pregnant. Don't tell Barry. And Tamika's like, bitch, like, you should tell me you don't want me to say shit before I put you on speakerphone. They get to the party. And of course, the first thing Barry does, like a fucking schoolgirl, is go run to Jeff and tell him everything he heard. And now Jeff is walking around the party talking to people he doesn't even know about the possibility of him being a daddy. All right, she's 8 days late on her period. I'm really hoping she's pregnant. I just met this guy 2 seconds ago. What the fuck, Jeff? Like, I get it. Men, I love when I see men that excited about wanting to be a father, because that's how Lyric is. And that's like one of the reasons why I want to give him a kid so much, is because of the excitement on his face of just the idea of it all. And that's what I saw on Jeff's face. And Rachel, being a true home girl, had the pregnancy test on lock for you hoes. So they went into the bathroom and took the pregnancy test, and it comes out that she's not pregnant. Also, Tamika and Barry went into the bathroom and let us know that they're really not having that many issues with their sex life. Okay, y'all is nasty. Y'all nasty. I'm here for it though. Anyway, for a quickie in the bathroom at somebody else's house, I live. Gian is there. And y'all, Gian always has the look of total upset on her face when Tamika's around. So she's cutting the cake, and Tamika's like, Gian, if you could throw that cake in anybody's face, whose face would it be? And Gian, like the classy lady that she is, says that, maybe myself, because I think we all should check ourselves first. And I think that was some nice lady shade of saying, oh, bitch, I won't give you the satisfaction, but please, 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 let me let you know that I think that you're crass and beneath me. Okay, like it was all said in that little subtle shade. Tamika takes Gian to the side and apologizes to her for the comments that she made about her marriage. And I kind of felt like, what you mean when you said at least you were married? And she was like, well, at least I know when my marriage is over. I felt like Gian was overstepping her bounds by telling Tamika how to be supportive to her husband. I felt like that was disrespectful. So the fact that Tamika was the only one apologizing kind of made me feel some type of way like, well, bitch, she was disrespectful too. And this whole time I've been feeling like she been trying to, duck and dodge into your husband's gym pants. Like, what the fuck? I don't know, y'all. Either way, they apologize and they shake on it, hug it out, and now they're going to put their beef aside. I don't know how long that's going to last. But Gian still has this very, cold exterior to where I don't know if anything is actually infiltrating her brain or if she's constantly calculating as things are taking place. But that's what her eyes look like. Like, bitch, I'm just thinking about all the ways that I can fuck over you people without you even knowing that I'm going to do it. Like, that's what her eyes are giving me because it's a blank stare a lot of the time. But I was happy that they didn't have any, bullshit pop off at this party. John Moody gets on top of the roof and paints some shit, and we're all excited and loving it. Everybody's having a good time, and life is great for the cast of Southern Charm New Orleans right now. Tamika learned that sometimes she needs to shut up, and Justin does see marriage in the future for him and Kelsey. I don't know how far in the future, nigga, because like I said, we on a time clock. Okay, shit be ticking like this. All right, look. Anyway, y'all, Reagan and Jeff are living it up, okay? And they're living together right now, and everybody's back to being happy. And that's basically everything that took place on Southern Charm New Orleans. Let me give y'all just a little mashup of how I felt. I feel like the show is okay. It's entertaining enough. And I like to see people from where I'm from. I like to hear our accents on TV done properly. Like, there are a lot of things from the show that I did enjoy of seeing of our culture. But at the same time, they're going to have to come harder than this if they think they're going to get more than one season. And if they think they're going to have a successful second season, they're going to have to come harder than this. Now, Real Housewives of Potomac is the perfect example of how you got to let a show be on for a little while for it to actually get its bearings. Because even though I've been talking about Real Housewives of Potomac since the beginning, it just now is starting to get some of the same numbers as Real Housewives of Atlanta or Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Southern Charm is not anywhere near that right now. I do it because it's a New Orleans thing, and I'm happy to talk about shit that I know about because I'm from here. But I think that production is really going to have to look at their storylines, look at their characters, and get this shit a little bit more nailed down as far as what's going to be taking place in the next season, if they have a next season, because I'm not sure yet. And I hope they do, because it takes time sometimes for these shows to really sink their feet into the ground and get the popularity stirring around them, which is why I wanted to review it in the first place. But like I said, y'all gonna have to come harder than this. All right? But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all enjoyed the Southern Charm New Orleans reviews that I did too. You can check them all out if you mixed any of them. I didn't start until episode 3, so there aren't a lot to watch. But I hope you guys enjoyed it all. I hope you guys enjoyed it all the same. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Check down below in the description box for my Patreon account, the link to Scentbird, Omiage natural hair care products that give you this lusciousness and curl poppage, you know what I'm saying? Van Poppington, okay? And the Soapy Luv website, all down below in the description box. I love you guys. Thank you for watching.